Okay, we're going to have a little look at how we use our lights. Different cars have the light switches in different places. This is a Toyota Yaris, and we've got the light switch here on the left-hand stalk. It's quite difficult to see on camera, but the switch down at the bottom here is on the 0, which means it's off. Quite simply, you twist the end of this stalk to whichever setting that you need. I've just twisted up to the first setting, which is side lights. You can just about make out the symbol down on the bottom left of the picture. Quite simply, there's two lights at the side lights. Now, our side lights are used for in between daylight and dark. They're for not for us to see, they're for other people to see us. Me personally, I don't use side lights very much. I think that if you're in a situation where you need lights on, you should put the dipped headlights on, which are your next switch, your next position, if you like, on the switch. And I'm going to do that now. I'm going to switch them up to dipped headlights. The symbols on these lights on this switch, they're universal to most cars as well, so you will be able to tell what lights are on in whatever vehicle that you drive. These dipped headlights you should be putting on at what we call lighting up time, which is the time where street lamps start coming on, or if you see any other vehicles on the road with dipped headlights on, they're for us to see, not just other people to see us. However, the reason why I don't use side lights is because there's no problem with having dipped headlights on in the day. If there are any poor weather conditions during the day as well, fog, heavy rain, snow even, dipped headlights are the lights that you should be putting on, so you can understand why I very rarely use side lights. There's also another setting on a lot of modern cars, this one included, and it's automatic, so I'm just going to put it onto automatic now. And when it's on automatic, the car itself, it decides what lights that you need on. There are sensors up at the top of the windscreen, usually behind the interior mirror, which pick up the light and then put the lights on according to the light that it senses. It's important to understand, if you're learning to drive, that automatic lights, they won't sort out every single situation. For example, if it was foggy during the day, there might be enough light that the car thinks it doesn't need lights on, but the fog requires you to have dipped headlights on, so you would have to turn around and see that and then twist it back down to dipped headlights. When you've got dipped headlights on, you can then operate the fog lights. The fog lights on this car are on this band, and if you twist it up one twist, that puts the fronts on. If you twist it up again, it's sort of springy, it doesn't twist and stay there. As you can see, I let go of it, it springs back. But there is a display on the dashboard which allows you to see what fog lights are on. If you look at the right hand side of the screen now, you've got the orange and the red fog lights just above the flashing key. Ignore the flashing key, but that says that the fog lights are on. I'm just going to turn them off. I'm going to switch this band just down, and that turns them off. So those fog lights will only just work with the dipped headlights on. They won't work without. So that's important to remember. And also, we're going to have a quick look at the full beam headlights. They again will only work with the dipped headlights on. And what you do on most cars, once you've got the dipped headlights on, is that you move this stalk away from you, and you can see in the middle top left of the dashboard there's a blue light saying the full beam lights are on, and you click this back towards you to turn them off. You should only use your full beam headlights on roads which are unlit without street lamps. And you shouldn't have full beam lights on. For example, there's a car that's just gone past that you can't see out of shot. You wouldn't have your lights on if you're following vehicles, or if there are any vehicles or any other road users coming towards you. Take care when you move these back off that you don't pull this lever too much, because if you pull it too much, you do actually flash your lights, as I've just shown you. So there's the lights on this Toyota Yaris. And even this switch on a Range Rover works in the same way. Off, side lights, dipped headlights, automatic, full beam, off. Although the switch does work the other way around. Okay, here we've got a slightly different configuration. The switch is obviously on the right hand side of the dashboard rather than on a stalk, but all the settings are virtually the same, although they're in a little bit different order here. The 0 is the off. As you can see, it's in the off position at the moment. The first setting that we've got is twisting it once to the right, is on automatic. And the next one, side lights, dipped headlights. And when the dipped headlights are on, you've now got the fog lights on this side, front, back and off.